What is up, guys? Wraec is here with new video, and today I actually bought two new A tiers and you can already see them here. The bait, and we got an ice blink here, both of which are meant to be retired on Thursday, but I plan to do videos with both. The first guy is of course Lord Bait, everybody knows him. Quite a rare A tier, even though he is quite an interesting A tier, because if you don't know how bait works, bait basically has a skill, and this skill has a chance to deal double or even quadruple damage. And on the downside, well, it's pretty low attack multiplier, and beyond that, this skill cannot crit. So yeah, we have to see how that works out, but I'm pretty eager to see how like his double and quadruple damage works together with all of our star spawn buffs, and on top of that we got faction rule and giant killer on his bonus stats, so that will be pretty interesting. And what I also think is pretty interesting, he has very major attack scaling. At the 5 version, I think it's 80% for 6 rounds with every active skill. So if we feed him and he gets an active skill every round, yeah, that is going to be a 400% active skill, attack buff on the last round. So pretty major. And I want to see how that works out together with an Endless Cane in some scaling situations. Maybe even together with some Pandas or a Gurky to scale his whole damage. And that is something we are going to test in a members only video. Members only meaning you have to be YouTube member to see it. And that is something I'm very much looking forward to. For us today, I have prepared an Ice Blink. We have an Ice Blink, 5 million attack Ice Blink. It's pretty insane. And also this guy has faction rule and armor break. I was thinking about giant killer, but we are not going to test Ice Blink in PvE. That is just not going to work. And as he has like 425 million HP, I thought like, okay, the teams we can realistically beat or fight, yeah, they won't have much more HP than we have. So I figured giant killer's just not worth it. So I didn't re-roll him. We can freeze. We have very low attack damage, 95%. By the way, freeze, the control effect, is super rare. I don't know, so rare. Like no new hero does that. I think the last hero that froze was like Starwing Jar with a special freeze ages ago. It's quite an underused control effect. I always thought they might bring it back, but they never really did. We have some armor break, some attack. We are on a Fortress hero, but still 122% armor break. Quite insane. And the passive skills an extra 80% of attack damage against frozen targets. So it's not like 80% more damage against frozen targets, 80% of attack damage. It seems to be like skill damage. So an additive buff? I don't know. It might be the case. I put a GPF on here. We would usually test this guy in Star Expedition or in Star Arena, but it is prep phase, so no matchup possible. And so we have to kind of find a way to still test him. We can try it against some people from my friend list. I saw Bloop has quite an interesting team. He's a guy that is super strong in PvP. This team is of course an ATD cheese with 3 carries, 2 Astrals, so let's fight that. This is the team I wanted to try. We have this pet, by the way. Let's look at this pet before we fight, because it does not see use at all. It's the Apparition, and the Apparition is a very bad pet. And the reason for that is usually your pet gives you like 80% more damage against burning targets or something, or some holy damage buff. There were some, I think 2 pets that gave you 120% damage against some form of CC, in this case frozen targets. And the condition, of course, to have like a frozen target is way harder to fulfill than a burning target. For example, a boss can't be frozen, so you have the problem that this won't work. So you better use something that you can inflict on everybody pretty easily, like a burn, like some form of dot. That is way better. But we have freeze, so I thought, yeah, let's go. Precision holy damage, not too bad. And we rarely see him. So let's use Apparition for this one. And let's see if we can beat Bloop. Bloop is also quite strong though, so I'm not very confident in that. Build the team a little bit tanky. Some fans on here, as you can see, He's of course using a Transcendence hero, which is, I think that is just cheating. Also, he has Unbending Will and Purify. Even more cheating, I have to say. It's not like he prepared this team in any way to fight me. So he's totally unprepared, doesn't even know I'm fighting him with this. Maybe we can get some Holmes Young active skills. It's not looking too bad, actually. If we can get some CC on that ATD, we might have a chance here. Doesn't seem to be the case, so now this ATD is going to see some buffs. Our Ice Blink didn't do anything yet, I think. Then again, I don't think he got an active skill yet. Oh, this is going to end badly. And we don't have any heal. Still no active from the Ice Blinks. Bit unlucky, but then again, he is running 2 carries, so I guess it's bound to happen that our Ice Blink gets drained. Still, we were surviving better than him. If we can't get rid of this S model, though, I don't see a chance that we win this. And right now, this doesn't seem to happen. Our biggest damage dealer, the Holmes Young, yeah, they didn't really do anything to this team because they just killed the sacrifice heroes. And now, as you can see, they all revived our first freeze here. Don't think we are not going to see any active skills from that Ice Blink, it seems. But the survivability, can't say anything against that. Survivability of this team, even considering the Ice Blink still surviving against an ATD. And you have to consider those are level 100 heroes. Those are all E5 heroes. This is even level 400 on the ATD. And we are still surviving here. So I don't want to complain at all. I mean, I want to give this a second chance. Honestly, I want to give that a second chance. Maybe even putting Gilded Purple Fan on the Holmes Young, or even more interesting, removing this carry, because we have 2 carries, and we don't really need this back row carry, so we could run something else instead. Let's check what we can do here. Oh, okay, round 20, yeah. Round 20 is pretty bad. Now the damage scaling is going up. Okay, we survived to round 21. The Holmes Young, of course, doing the most amount of damage. Quite nice, I have to say. Let's see what else we can put into this team. What would fit? Maybe something about from the heroes that we already have. An Andrea. I could see an Andrea working in this team, giving us a little bit of heal. Let's do that. Though not with like a Demon Ball, that would probably be bad. Then we have to take out one of those carries. I put Awakenings on them so we can see which ones we have. We'll just take the E+1 away. Where's our Andrea? Seer. And while we are at it, come on, Awaken Soul. Let's go. Let's get that 8 here. We'll just do 1 Awakening. Oh, that's no 8 here. That's no 8 here. E+. Horrible. What can we do? So, next fight against Bloop. Let's see if we can... That's Duke! Oh, while we're already here, let's leave a quick like. Wasn't intended to go there, but when you enter such a hideout, you of course leave a like. And let's do this. And let's see what we can do. I probably, honestly, we had better chances not using Apparition. But then again, it is the freeze team that I think did get 1 freeze last time due to the pretty bad control precision on that Ice Blink, and also due to the Ice Blink getting drained, energy drained, which those Holmes Young really don't have a problem with. They do pretty good damage with their passive, with their bonus damage. That is quite alright. If you can get rid of some of those carries, I think we are pretty well set. Would have been very nice to get an active skill from that Andrea here. Again, I mean, the S model is on half-life, but that will change surely in a second, yeah, when all of those heroes die. And this S model gets a huge damage boost and all of his life back. So yeah, that was really not the best part. And of course, now that we killed like 5 heroes in a turn, they are all going to revive. which is pretty bad. Yeah, and bad thing is like we are not immune to CC, we are not immune to marks. We can't get rid of any energy drain marks that are put on us. Those will always drain our energy, so that's pretty bad. I reckon those Holmes Young would survive better with a GPF. Since they're always dying like around 6, 7, along the lines of that. Oh, getting an Andrea active here. Pretty decent heal, honestly. Mainly on himself. But, yeah. And our Ice Blink is just doing nothing. Like, even as an A tier, without an active skill, without doing anything, he's hitting the carry in the front row. But it's like, that is the most basic of basic attacks. Hitting slot 1 with 100% attack damage, I think, even. I'm not even sure he has a real basic skill. And of course, speed is an issue. We are slower than everybody else. So yeah, that is definitely not to our advantage. And again, the Andrea active, this time not with that many heals. But again, we are in round 16, so that's nice. Those carries are destroying us though. I don't think we can win against Bloop. I don't think it's possible. I guess if we fight it a lot more, maybe put GPS on the Holmes Young. There is the day where we get enough hits on this S model to kill it, and those carries, those won't win against us. But he's more likely to win. He's more likely to win, and I don't think we saw any active skill from the Ice Blink against this team. So yeah, that's not good as well. That's really not good as well. So, things now coming to an end. Round 24. And the damage, yeah, you can see it. Ice Blink A tier, Holmes Young, not even an awakening, and yeah, way more damage. So, Ice Blink, I mean, like as an old hero, it's not really good. It's not really good. Then we need like, we need some noob. We need some noob that we can beat. Maybe this guy. Let's beat this guy. And let's see what we can do against this foolish army of Jesus. Looking pretty good, I have to say. No chance at all. Yeah, I can't even punch to our carry. Some people think he's the strongest player in the game. It's like completely wrong if you ask me. Look at that. Slaughtering his main team. Quite easily at that, I have to say. Double CC'd foolish. Oh, and there it's gone. It's pretty good damage by the apparition, you never see that. Yeah, I guess. Ooh, look at that. More damage, more damage. If he got out damaged by the Andrea, I would have cried. Oh, this guy really screams retire me. Yeah, that is a Vulcan. I mean, as a single hero, that's a little bit too strong. I mean, like, we really need like a weak team that we can fight here. And those guys, this is the sad part of my friend list. Those guys are all strong. They are all strong. I can try to fight Scythe, but like, this is like just an Annabelle. I mean, this is probably a little bit too easy for us to win at this point. Yeah. Yeah. My 5-stars are a little bit too big to fight that caliber of team. It's just a 5-star. We need a little bit more team, and usually I would love... Oh, this is good. Skylo. Perfect. So we will fight Skylo. I don't think it's his main team as well. I think he has some of his main heroes in there, but filled it up with some stuff he had laying around. And the thing is, we usually really would go into Star Expedition or Star Arena, but it's closed and we just don't have the time because I will retire it on Thursday. And if we wanted to make a video with it, that was today the only option that we had. So had to take whatever we had available to attack. I kind of love the double CC, the freeze and the dose here. I'm quite surprised by how good this 5-star Holmes-Young is actually CCing enemies. It's not bad at all. We have 2 enemies doved, we just had a little bit of freeze on some of those enemies. But again, like the power level on this Holmes-Young, just on the regular base 5-star Holmes-Young, and that is just another story. This is just way stronger than Iceblink ever could be, and shows you a little bit of the power creep in the game. But like, just look at that. Just look at how he throws those potions out. Get another active skill here. Ooh, just getting another active skill, and again with the CC. Again, CCing the back row. It's also the question now, can we get through that Starwing Jara? Can we get through that Ferric Investor? Because that Starwing Jara, honestly, it's dangerous, and I think, oh yeah, they are now racking up those all damage reduction buffs and damage reduction buffs from the Mystic Fairy Freya, and getting very tanky, it seems, and it's only a matter of time till they get through our Holmes-Young there, because he doesn't have a lot of life left. No Andrea active incoming, no heal from the monster. If we had Phoenix, we would have a little bit of heal though. If we look at the Phoenix heal values, those are static values, no percent values, meaning, yeah, there isn't really much happening there. 400,000 heal is just not a whole lot if your heroes at 5-star level 100 have 400 million HP. That is still something that DH should take a look at. Like those healing values on the monsters are a little bit ridiculously low. And that should maybe also scale with the percent multipliers from the tree, where we have the monster damage and indeed multiplied, but not those heal numbers and stuff. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to heal for 400,000. In the past, that used to be a very strong ability, though. I remember that being one of the main selling points of Phoenix, being that he also heals your heroes, and you could really use that at the beginning. When I started playing the game, Phoenix didn't exist, but he existed shortly after, and that was really strong. So we can see Iceblink again doing nothing, sadly, but those 2 Holmes-Young still carrying. I guess that is the end of it. We can try it against more teams, but there is not much to win for us. We can see Holmes-Young being definitely one of the strongest 5-stars. Iceblink, not so much. I don't think rerolling it would have saved it. And I was complaining about the basic attack. Let's check that again. Yeah, he has none. If you don't find any skill here that says basic attack and any description of it, his basic attack is attack slot 1 for 100% attack damage. That is his basic attack. Which is funny considering that is more than his active skill does. His active skill does 95%. Yeah, a little bit weird. Okay, we are talking about the 5-star, but this guy's going to get retired. If you care for this guy though, definitely consider becoming a YouTube member. Check that out. And we're going to test all of the good stuff with this bait, and hopefully he's going to be a lot better. In any way, guys, I wish you a great day, and we'll see us in the next one.